You guys had the unfortunate duty of being live on air with the Kobe tragedy. What was the emotion like and energy like, and how tough was it to be able to get through that particular night?
I've never been in a show like that, in 31 years. It was the most unique show I've ever hosted. And because it was so fresh from, it happened Sunday, we're in LA Tuesday, and we are in the middle of Staples Center, empty, just to talk about it. Shaq hadn't even talked to anybody about it at that point. Jerry West is on the show. We just had other voices. I think Rick Fox was on that show at some point. And it was just, you know what? It was one of those days where it just told you that this job we're doing sometimes can go above and beyond being just a basketball show, because everybody in the country was kind of coming to grips with, how do you deal with this? How do we deal with these emotions we're feeling? And for Shaq to be sitting there and just pour his heart out. Jerry West do the same thing, Chuck Kenny. I can't even put into words how impactful that was for us to do it, and just by gauging the reaction of people, that it helped some people get through it too. Mm-hmm. And that's not to put any self-importance on us, like, oh, look what it was good for us all to talk about it, to lock eyes and say, yeah, man, it hurts. Mm-hmm. I hope we never have to do another one.
Still hard to talk about. Right. For me, right, just thinking about it right now, man, it's still hard to even talk about.
Yeah. When Jerry was sitting there, talking about what was going through his mind when he decided that he had to have Kobe Bryant, and those first few years and how tight they were, the tears start coming, and we're not there to stop them.
Right.
We're just there to kind of put a hand on his shoulder and say,
we feel you, right?
This is what you're doing. And you know who gets a lot of credit, and you may not know this story, who gets a lot of credit for the way that show came off, is the folks, like our salespeople. Because we're supposed to do like a 4 or 5 segment show, our pregame show leading up to the game that we were going to show that night. And we didn't take a commercial break. I think maybe we took one. And so like our producer, Jeremy, was calling them and saying, I don't think can't cut this. We can't stop this. Mm-hmm. We can't stop this and then go to commercial and come back. And they said, just go.
Wow.
And that was one of those things where it said, I don't care what this does in terms of the sponsors and the bottom line, and we value the sponsors and all that stuff. And I know they're supposed to get this, but the recognition that this is special.
We lost a brother, we lost,
and we're not going to cut somebody off because we got to get to commercial. And somebody may be struggling to get the words out, and we don't care if they're going to sit for 30 seconds and gather their thoughts. That silence was speaking volumes.